This is Salamancer, and continuing our coverage of 6v6 today, we seem to have another team of dirty cheaters. No clipping through the floor. No, just kidding, that's not really what's happening, but you know, it's always fun to believe. Anyway, this is a UGC 6v6 game, and I gotta tell you, the 6v6 rules for UGC this season, I believe, are a lot closer to the rules for ESEA. The players, though, I hesitate to say not quite as good, because there are a lot of good players. The teams are less experienced. That is certainly the case. ESEA teams have been for a very long time. Nonetheless, here's the mid-fight on Gullywash. They get out there real nice and fast. And it looks like the medic and soldier have both gone down for the Wild Party. That is, of course, the name of the red team. Team Blue, meanwhile, are the colored pylons, and somehow we just ended up losing camera angle there. I have no idea what happened. But Star Knight here, playing, I think, the pocket soldier for the Wild Party, is getting jumped, actually trying to go after the medic, who is blissfully unaware of his existence. And he got taken down anyway, so Nipple Cannon, helping preserve his medic's life. Sometimes you just get a medic like that, where he's just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, man, I'll walk anywhere. Here they accept you into the Red Cross if you're willing to do that. But Nipple Cannon here from the colored pylons is going to be laying down a sticky trap there at the door, which is always a useful thing to do. Actually, not sure where he is going right now, but it looks like Scout number 1, aka Kami, and Scout number 2, aka what's his full name there? Link User Star or something or other. It's not full, but anyway, Link User and Kami are both standing up here along with the roaming soldier, keeping that high ground under control. Trying to take down the soldier who's just jumped upstairs, and so far I'm surprised that Kami's not taking any damage here. Still hasn't taken any hits. That's quite confusing to me. But he's still okay, and looks as if Wacko just got his butt into him. So the action is all happening inside right now. There is, however, 2 scouts. Ooh, going for the back cap. Colored pylons taking advantage of the overly aggressive hold there by the Wild Party. If you're going to make a forward hold like that, you cannot let those scouts in around you, and that is what happened there. Didn't drop back. Maybe they even saw the scouts go in that direction, but they didn't drop back to stop it. So that is round 1. Colored pylons. Well, though, don't count the Wild Party out just yet. Oh, especially if they could pull off sticky traps like that, trying not to be out there mid-fight for a while. They actually have. But there goes Dreadnought. The demo man is down right now, and it looks as if, for some reason, wow, he's actually still holding on to this. Not sure how much longer they can really do it, though, as Defiler here, and he's got a high ground advantage. His scout's going in and trying to spread some chaos down there below, so that he gets, it takes all the attention off Defiler. But at this point, there's only like 3 guys left alive for the Wild Party. They should think about backing out, because at this point they are going to get crushed if they don't. 1 hit on the demo is not going to be enough to kill him. Nipple Cannon get the heals back up, and there you go. This is what happens if you don't back out. Wild loses their medic right away. They've got a bunch of players up. They could still maybe go for a kill here, and they've forced the Uber, which is quite a useful thing to do. But if they know what's up, TCP should be able to cap that no point, no problem. Just need to pull off some damage, and so far they're not doing that. There you go. Finally, Nipple Cannon gets a kill. And they're still losing players, though. Wacko's down. Nipple's having to try to protect his medic up here, because his will not be doing that job at all. A good hit there, but it's not going to be enough, as Kami, Scout number 1, manages to get a couple of kills there to secure the middle point for the Wild Party, despite the odd mistakes that have been going on.
Time has been added.
Anyway, odd mistakes. Usually you can chalk this up to inexperience in the UGC 6v6 League. This is one of the games where if you are thinking about getting into 6v6 and you are in North America, I recommend checking out UGC 6v6, because you certainly have a fair shot of beating a few of the teams. Not saying these guys in particular, just in general, UGC 6v6 is where a lot of inexperienced 6v6 teams can go, and they don't have to pay for it. It's a free league. So it's pretty useful. Watch out for some damage coming down here at the flank, is what this is called. Getting pushed pretty hard through this. It can also be called the big door, because guess what? That's a big door. But yeah, there was a pretty hard push going through there, and it looks like they just decided against it. So, no, blue team, TCP, the colored pylons, wait for a little while longer here. They could push with the Uber now, and really, if they wanted to take advantage of that advantage that they have, I hate saying that. If they wanted to use that Uber advantage that they had, they should have pushed as soon as they had it, because now they've given their opponents enough time just about to build that up. And yeah, there you go. Cooney is about to have the Uber. So, lucky shot just hanging out here over on the flank once again. Neither of these teams really wants to be the one to push, because at this point, whoever pushes first is going to have to pop the Uber first, and they're less likely to get the kills. That means they're less likely to get the push. I mean, you know how it works. There goes Kami, though. Over on the flank, they've been getting a little too aggressive maybe on that flank or something, but their opponents have just dealt tons of damage, and so Kami did die there. But it looks like that scout pick was not enough for our blue team to push on and get a bigger pick, maybe on the medic, maybe force the medic to pop Uber, something like that. What you got to realize, though, when you take down a scout like that, is that the flank is going to be a little bit less defended. And sometimes that means you can try to sneak both your scouts in to activate a screen. And once your scouts have dealt enough damage, maybe even try to pop the roamer in for a round of Uber forcing on your opposing medic. I would have liked to see that. Wacko is doing a lot of work over here, so if he can maybe get a buff at this point, just go ask his medic, hey, you know, get me up to 300, then walk back out and start jumping on that medic. That is kind of what I'd like to see right now, because that could actually force Cooney to lose his Uber for almost no gain. It's usually what you like to see here. So, that kind of thing can break the stalemate. Although Soken, that nice little ambush there, trying to take down a scout, but looks like Link User did get away from him for now. Wacko forced to drop back and grab that health kit, because he took a lot of damage there himself trying to ambush. Now we have Skipper and the Pocket just hanging out. Knock out some of these stickies that are hindering their progress. Unless they are having to stay pretty far back away from that choke point. And I'm kind of surprised he's just not even attempting to spam. He's pretty much just sitting there and knocking out the demo stickies. There will be an infinite supply of stickies, of course, because there's an ammo box right there. So this could take a while, guys. It really could. There you go. Some good spam coming out of Nipple Cannon. And Dreadnought just took a couple of hits there. He is still doing some good spam of his own. But it looks like finally we do have an attempt at a push here with Kurt taking some hits over in the flank. But no, still no push. There goes Kami once again. And this is that situation where, let me see if I can find, yeah, we gotta find, yep, Wacko. Wacko needs to use this opportunity to push in. His scouts maybe just get a little bit more aggressive, do some damage out here so that Wacko can push. And no, he's not doing that. He's still just going for the ambush. There's not going to be an ambush for you to get there, Wacko, because they were down a man. It's just how it is. So, while they were down a man, he really should have tried to go in and get that hit. Because right now, it is still, but still maybe just a tiny bit. But lucky shot. Maybe he can get a lucky shot here and turn the tide of the game. So far, though, I mean, Kami's lost his life twice. It just hasn't mattered for the push. So, I'm beginning to think we're going to stay here for a while. A little bit of a long time for a stalemate on Gully. Usually at other leagues you'll see somebody make a push a little bit quicker than this. There goes the Uber. They have finally decided, okay, we're bored, we're going to push now. Wacko, of course, dies over on the flank, but they take down the medic. Cuny drops the Uber for some reason. Not sure why he decided to hold on to it for that long. So now the Wild Party in some trouble. Colored Pilot's taking bits of there. Oh, double pipe kill by Nipple Cannon, and he even got a pipe kill earlier as well, so he is single-handedly saving this point. Nonetheless, Defiler standing back over on second. Gotta find Defiler. There we go. He is about to take a hit from a scout. And just one hit from a scout that walks out there is going to be pretty important. But actually, somehow managed to survive to take the second point. So, Cooney is up. He needs to get some heals going on to build that Uber up. There he goes. There will be just about no advantage for either team. We are back to the same position we were in before with the Wild Party this time around. Yeah, they're still holding mid. It's all the same stuff. This time around, Kurt Delicious got his butt handed to him by maybe some stickies there. And now, of course, we can see, well, we should have seen maybe this guy's going in for a hit. Roaming soldier get over there. And that's not what we're seeing. These guys are content to just kind of sit back for a while. Really, like, on a player that they need to push more often and just get a feel for how pushing works. Because right now, the pushes are not working all that well. There goes a Wacko. They've taken down the soldier, really. Like, at this point, you've got a soldier pick. Go. Just go. You need to do it. And they aren't. That is some decision-making. I mean, it comes with experience. You know, if you play with people in the Pug NA channel regularly on Games Urge IRC, which is tf2.club.na. Join that channel. Play with those guys and pick up games a little bit, and you will get a sense of when they want to push and when they don't. Pretty much if they get a pick like that on the flank in Gullywash, they'll be like, yeah, okay, we got a pick, let's push. Even if it doesn't feel like you're in a position to take advantage of it right then, yeah, you still do it. That is just what you do. Most of the time. Usually. More than this happening in this game, is my point. Right now there is, of course, Demo Man standing up top. He's actually a little bit vulnerable if somebody wanted to fire a rocket up there, but they aren't. Still no team running anything like a sniper, which if you're going to see stalemates like this, you may as well grab a sniper, bring a heavy out for all I care now, because nobody's going to make a push anytime soon. So you may as well have some some slower classes out on the field. Like this is a slow style of play that you don't necessarily need 2 soldiers and 2 scouts for. So if you're going to play slow, then play slow. Bring the heavy, bring the engineer if you want to. Let's see some awesome stuff come out of that. But a heavy certainly would be a good idea right now. So maybe with a sniper. Spy not as much, just because, of course, you kind of have to rely on disguise out in the open over here. You could probably get away with maybe, you can get away with it. If you could get through the choke, which is a hard part, because of course there are people standing at the choke. But if you can get through it, nobody's watching right now, so Spy wouldn't be a terrible idea. You know, take down the medic, and that would of course change everything. But I think that's what these teams are waiting for. They're waiting for their opposing medic to pop an Uber or drop it before they push, and so the aggression just needs to get a little bit better, a little bit more existent. Otherwise, we are going to see a very long Gullywash game with a lot of stalemates like this. And I'm going to start to run out of things to talk about. Frankly, that is about what is going to happen here. How much time is left? Let's just let's hold up that counter for a little bit. 18 minutes or so. So far, there you go. There is an attempt at an Uber, so they've decided to push. They take down Star Knight immediately. They force the Uber out of CUNY, and there goes the other soldier as well. So this is turning into a rout.
The control point is being captured.
The Wild Party. They could still maybe get a kill here, but they've stayed in for way too long. Yeah, there you go. Now CUNY in big trouble. So that kind of decision making is the kind where you just say, okay, they're all 6 up. We're 2 up. Our Uber is fading. I probably need to be getting back to the last point. Probably.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Anyway, the cannon party? No, sorry, the colored pylons are pushing out here right now. 2 second point, exactly standard. What you got to do here, get the aggression put on very quickly. And so they have taken that. They're not in a position to push into last, but not much of an Uber advantage, which is kind of too bad. And I swear, if somebody makes a soundboard of me at any point, there's going to be a lot of me just saying, what? I could totally see that happening. It would be hilarious. I'm a big fan of those like random YouTube videos, though, that just don't seem to make a lot of sense. Dadaist humor at its finest, in my opinion. So anyway, the Wild Party sitting back on their last point now. It looks like I was going to say neither team has gotten a point, because it's been a while since a team has gotten a point. But that was the colored pylons that got it. They've got an Uber advantage. They need to be pushing with this right now, and they're getting in position to do so. But they probably should have been in that position a little bit earlier. I mean, you know generally how long it's going to take, so you just have to take advantage of that. Anyway, Uber is just about to fade here, and they're doing some damage. They're taking out 2 players. 3 players now are down for the red team, with Wacko rushing into the point here, and he will end up getting the capture. So that is 2-0 for pylons. And believe it or not, you can actually change the color of your pylons in StarCraft. At least there are certain game modes where upgrading a pylon. Yes, you can upgrade pylons in certain game modes. Don't even make fun of me, okay? Yes, I'm playing. But yeah, you can make them change colors. It's pretty cool. Probes versus Sell It down. Okay, so mid-fight, we got some action going on right now with the blue players both standing on top at the moment. They do kind of hold the high ground, and their opposing medic is downstairs, not in an easy position to push up from. The soldiers probably need to do a little bit more jumping. Dreadnought is down, though. Soldier going for the medic, doesn't quite get him. Skipper still at above 100 health, so he will be okay for a little while longer. The colored pylons look like they will win another mid-fight. And so the Wild Party It seems like when the Wild Party loses mid, they are in trouble because the hold on second is going to be tough for them. They don't have choke right now. They have flank, which is kind of really standing at the moment. But really, you kind of need your medic and your soldier up here at choke, or else that's going to happen. You will start to lose players. CUNY is down to very low health right now. There are 2 soldiers here, but they are in trouble. CUNY is at 90% Uber. They're going to start chasing him out. Oh, nice kill, though, with the sticky trap. Skipper might have wanted to flash Uber to the guy who was getting aggressive at that point. Instead, he let Wacko die to the sticky trap. Oops. So that, of course, means that CUNY gets 100% Uber. Can they push out with this? I don't know. Once again, the Wild Party trying this forward hold, but are they watching downstairs? Curtilicious just got a kill upstairs and may go for a back cap. I mean, if I were in this fight, because right now the Wild Party is still holding too far forward. There's definitely going to be a back. Well, Link User is Starstruck, by the way, is watching last, so he should be okay. Looks like yeah, Kurt has backed out, as has Lucky Shot. Where's Lucky Shot? There you go. Lucky Shot, yeah, still standing upstairs as well. So they decided not to really go for it, and so the forward hold did pay off a little bit for the Wild Party, but now they've lost Star Knight, and they're still standing really forward in this lobby, which is not what you usually see in Gullywash. This is why you can get Uber forced very quickly without a lot to show for it. They need to walk outside, and if they cannot capture this point right now, then they are toast, or they have to get the medic. Either way, right now they have not gotten the medic. CUNY is taken down. Dreadnought gets kill with the help of Scout number 1, Kami there. And is going for the medic now. 25 health left. Forces the Uber pop out of Skipper. That is a useful thing to do. They need to get back to the last point, and that's... I'm wondering if they have ever watched a shoutcasting Gullywash, because, I mean, they do have a player or 2 standing out here on the point right now, surprisingly enough. It looks like the blue team actually backed away. But that forward hold just is not a normal thing on Gullywash. The reason for that is that you get flanked really easily. You can lose everything to a mad cap, which I already have once, or you can get Uber forced, and then your opponent's pushed back until they're ready to pop theirs. It's not a great position to be in. So, Kami is taken out, Dreadnought taken down as well. It's a Scout, Soldier, and Demo now down for the red team, and that looks like, once again, the colored pylons will capture the point. With AMC joining Spectator. Not sure why that is. Maybe Wild has a sub-in or something like that, and they've decided to pull in the main player. No idea. Nipple Cannon eats a sticky trap, and so once again, Wild is still holding on to this this forward hold position here, but this is going to be a problem. They're going to lose their medic. Or they're going to either way. Yeah, they're probably going to lose their medic. There he goes. Lucky Shot takes him down. That is the failure of trying to win that forward hold. You're going to get steamrolled if you lose so much as one player, and if you're not ready for it, you're just going to go. Apparently, Starstruck had forced on 9. He has crashed. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but Wild, I am sure that that's going to... Oh yeah, it is Star Knight. He crashed. Wild's probably going to lose this. Link User going for the blood kill there, the Boston Basher, but it doesn't quite work out. So it's 3-0. And I would be saying dang at that point too, but I would also be trying to revise my strategy just a little bit. Yeah, it's not actually 7v6 right now. It's just that apparently somebody is AFK or crashed or whatever the case. Has not been kicked off the server yet by the by the server. So Dreadnought, ooh, eats the meat shot there, and nice follow-up by Curtilicious. He does dive before taking down the medic. That's a very important thing to do. Nipple Cannon, though, taken down as well. Did I say medic? Demo. Taking down the demo. There you go. Star Knight did time out there. So, both demos down, both medics still up. Skipper with a significant advantage here, probably just killing more hurt players. And AMC is lagging up a storm here. He's not going to be able to defend his medic very easily if he's lagging like that, and that is a problem. So AMC doing some good damage. Pulls out the whip! Oh! OTL doesn't get taken down, but that is by Link User, and AMC is just in some trouble right now. He's warping all over the place, he's lagging, he's at low health, and Wild have lost the mid-fight once again, so they might end up having to pause this. I don't know. The fighter with 2 health.
Our control point is being captured.
Good for our red team at the moment. So it's pretty much up to the colored pylons to push whatever the heck they want. They're saying he cannot come back, so maybe he did some unspeakable things to a prostitute, and he is just not allowed back there. I don't know. The server just doesn't like him. But whatever the case, we do seem to have a problem for the Wild Party. The colored pylons looking pretty solid. And once again, this forward hold here. The only benefit of the forward hold is that you get to watch a sticky trap at the door. I mean, that's, you get to hold the doors. But look what happens! You very nearly get back capped on. Wacko was in there, going for the back cap, didn't quite get it, but Cuny is just now starting up the Uber build. So at this point, Skipper and let's just see, we're going to walk in. And now the Wild Party are in some trouble. They probably should be standing up here. This is a standard spot to stand on top, because if you are down at the point, I mean, at this point, yeah, it's understandable they would be on the point because they don't want to get a cap and they kind of have to keep somebody on there. But here comes the Uber, so if you're standing on the low ground like this, that's just dangerous. Somehow Cuny is still alive, but not for long. He gets taken down very quickly, and there's only 2 players left alive, though. It's just Wacko. If Dreadnought can lay a couple stickies on the point, he should be able to save it. Oh, no, it's too late, though. He was reloading, and that's going to bring it up to 4-0 for the Colored Pylons. That is halftime, ladies and gents. So we are now going into the second half, and of course Wild Party has switched sides. A very standard thing to do if you have 2 halves like this, swap colors. So let's see how good their soldiers look for health when they get out here. Defiler, nice health, and the AMC has good health as well. Now, Cuny is running the crit streak, which means, of course, if you can build this up, they're going to have it slightly faster than their opponents, but they are losing a couple players here, including Demo and Soldier. It's going to be tough. And Cuny is now getting pressured once again by the scout over here, going for the Uber saw, but it is too late. Meanwhile, though, Kami, a.k.a. Scout number... Oh, no. No, he's Scout number 2? No, he changed his name. Okay, gotcha. Kami gets over there and wrecks that medic. So the Wild Party actually might be able to get away with a cap here, as long as they can get that dispenser in place that Kami is calling for. I'm not sure why there isn't a dispenser out there right now, because you need one, and you need it here. But the Wild Party probably going to end up with a second point. Kami just got to stand up here and put some cap time down. Be careful, he has to be careful about players coming in and doing too much spam, but his medic is now up, so yeah, no problem. The rest of his team is here to deal some spam as well. AMC wants to jump into the point, or at least into the lobby, but that's not going to work very well. And now it's the Colored Pylons' turn to do this forward hold thing. Both teams trying it out a little bit, not really watching the last point as much as they could be. They are doing some damage. Lucky Shot gets taken down, and OTL looks like he really wants to... Oof, gotta be watching those sticky traps more. OTL looks like he wants to push out here. They've got the Uber, so I think that's what they're gonna do. No. So I guess they're just gonna back off with it. Maybe they assumed that their opponents had an Uber as well. They weren't counting it very well. Crits once again, though, so we're gonna see if Dreadnought can maybe get in here and get a crit sticky surprise before their opponents are aware. And by the way, if you are looking for the name to your next alcoholic beverage, Crit Sticky Surprise has a nice ring to it. Oh, but surprise, surprise for our Crit Sticky monster. He did end up getting taken down. Nonetheless, Scout got on point. And that was the link user. Nobody was in position to stop him. So, a good round, a little bit of a sneaky round here by the Wild Party. But they managed to put one on the board. It is now 1-4. And one thing you will notice about this is that the medics, well, the blue medic is not buffing his scouts at all on his rollouts. The red scouts are getting a buff. At least one of them is. That is Delicious. Saw getting a buff, and it's kind of showing. He had 125 health going into that fight, as opposed to scouts actually didn't have as much. The problem is, if you buff scouts on a map that is rollout that is as short as Gullywash's, sometimes it means your soldiers won't have the buff, so we will have to watch that next time around. Wacko is up here dodging rockets left and right, though, trying to get a kill, and finally gets finished off there, trying to rocket jump away, I guess. So now the Wild Party has a crit screen once again. Dreadnought is not in position to take it, so we'll see. I think they're actually going to do anything with it, because their opponents have an Uber as well, so they kind of need to force the pop, and if you're going to play with a crit streak, you need to play aggressively. See if maybe they decide to just pop the crits out right now. No, they're just sending a soldier in, and he ends up getting taken down very quickly. Maybe they'll pop it on the demo once again, but the demo's even a lot of spam here. So we'll see. No, so far nothing. Link user getting his own damage over here, but they do manage to take down Wacko over on the flank. He still has over 100 health anyway, and he's got that crits ready to go. Skipper has not popped his Uber yet, so it's just kind of a stalemate right now. Dread to get in maybe after Fritz on him, but no, his medic is staying pretty far back, so I don't think he agrees with that course of action. Dread's just trying to do some spam. Typical stuff here. Typical stuff. And he ends up getting taken down. A little bit too greedy with the spam there. So at this point, I mean, the Dread, the demo's dead. Just push. There's not going to be any sticky traps. And there they go. One direct pipe connects with the medic, and so he goes ahead and panic pops that crits. But of course, crits not going to be able to do anything against an Uber. And there you go. That's
the control point is being
middle point
captured.
getting captured. Although there is a back cap, they need to go back and stop this, and they're being a little bit too slow, so it actually is going to go off. That back cap will work. Meanwhile, the colored pylons are not positioned to even stop the cap on last, I don't think. They have this going to be lucky shot going down. They do have one soldier watching right now, but yeah, Kami and Link User can go over here and just harass the medic if they want to. They do kind of get it on the medic. Link User could go for the kill. Does manage to get enough damage there. That one rolling pipe from Dreadnought takes him out. And there you go. Dreadnought gets a couple kills there with a sticky bomb as well. So that is going to be just about it for this round. Getting a little bit more exciting here in the second half, I would say. If you are still with me, do put something in the comments to let me know that you're still with me, because I know the first half was a little bit slower than this. But if you stuck it out, that means you are a fan of these teams, or possibly of just me. I have no idea. But these teams are doing pretty well right now for teams that are, I think, inexperienced. I hope inexperienced, because I've never seen them in, hardly ever seen any of these players, actually, in like an ESEA or anything like that. So I do hope they go on to improve significantly and get up to those levels very quickly, because always fun to see new blood coming into ESEA and tearing it up in open. See what happens. Open can sometimes be full of like excellent play, which is kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, crits once again out of CUNY. They've decided that this is running pretty well for them. The problem with running the crits, though, is that you have to be really aggressive. Your opponents have to be prepared for it. And, oh, Skipper ends up cratering. So they're going to have a nice crits advantage. And they're already capturing that point. They have AMC moving on to the next. And AMC, by the way, does not have any more lag problems. So congratulations to him. Maybe it was all that popcorn and soda before the movie that helped him out.
Time has been added.
Okay, no, you don't. Nobody's with me here. AMC movie theaters. I used to work in one. Okay, whatever. They are pushing in now, and the Wild Party is going to start having a Wild Party on their opponents last.
You deserve a medal, Doc.
I think they are going to pop the crits on Dreadnought again. Dreadnought, where are you? This time around, they're going to walk in. I don't know. But there's a sticky trap here at the door, so Dreadnought cannot do anything about that. So. Yeah, this is probably a better idea. Oh, they just got 2 kills, actually, over on the left-hand side. So, yeah, this is where they want to push in. There are going to be no sticky traps over here, or very little. And they might just try to walk it all the way underneath. No, Dread is going to come in. There goes the first crit sticky, and he takes down Nipple Cannon, so there's going to be no more sticks anywhere. Takes down Skipper as well. Lucky shot gets killed by a rocket, as does Defiler, and that is the round. It's 3-4. Not 3-0, 3-4. For the Wild Party. They only have to get 2 more rounds to win this, so we'll see what happens. Maybe the fact that AMC is no longer lagging is working out in their favor. Nipple Cannon going to be taking this left-hand rollout. Both of his scouts are as well, so he will have some good defense over here. He needs to start laying some sticks down, though. And immediately he's going for damage on the points. He doesn't have anything laid down on the boxes, but, oh, good kill there. Had him laid on the ground, but the soldier's going to jump, so you just have to wait for him to walk over one. And there's some good spam going out of him, so at this point, colored pylons are in too bad a situation. They do have a scout problem, though. I feel like I'm saying they have a termite problem. They have a scout problem, and this scout problem is going to kill their medic. Like, you just gotta watch out for those needles. But oh, he's gonna get panned! Oh, I don't know if the pan ever actually connected, but Link User did finish him off. So the Wild Party is suddenly putting on a wild show for you and me. And really, there have not been any more. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit allergic here, so I keep having to mute the mic. But there have not been any more stalemates, except maybe like one. And it's been a lot shorter as these teams have started to get more comfortable on the map. Link User getting behind these scouts. They did not realize he's there until a little bit too late. There goes Lucky Shot, and Link User could get another kill here on this scout as well. No! Kurt takes him down. 125 health left on this bad boy. Going for maybe a hit on the medic, but this time around it's not going to work too well. AMC a little too far forward, and at this point, wouldn't be right there. Oh, that is not a good jump. Dreadnought immediately taken down on getting to the battlefield. I think he realized the situation was going on. And now, the Wild Party, oh, they've lost CUNY as well. They're gonna probably lose second point. They did take down Nipple Cannon, and the scouts are still being pests. Wacko watches for Link User going in for a back cap, though, and very easily takes that down. So, this might just get reset, except that Skipper has almost an Uber. CUNY's still running the crits. He's decided not to change off of that. And you gotta love it when somebody knocks a bunch of ammo straight into you. I know I do. Well, Red's gonna start launching some pipes up there at that scout. Does manage to actually connect one of them, I think, just as a roller. And now the Wild Party can think about pushing in once again. They need to get indoors as fast as possible. But actually, oh no, they don't. Never mind. They don't have an Uber yet. And their opponents do have one. So going indoors would kind of be suicide. Good choice to not do that. So they were a little bit closer. Sounds like the Uber is popped now. They actually did go indoors, so I will just remove my foot from my mouth as soon-ish, I suppose. Wild doing an excellent job of dodging that shotgun. That is a tough thing to do. He's put in his DM time, and it has paid off. OTL gets a couple of equalizer hits, but it's not going to be quite enough. And now CUNY has 50% Uber right now, 50% crits. Let's find somebody to build that one. There they go. They are going to push in probably fairly soon. They kind of want to wait until they have the crits. There they go. Just hang out, build inside the lobby for a little bit. Make sure that the soldier doesn't kill CUNY. Oh, darn it.
Our control point.
But this is not a bad little play here. Dreadnought getting on the point, laying down some sticks. Didn't quite manage to finish it off, but the rest of his team just might. Now Nipplecan is going to lay down some sticks up as well on this point, just trying to defend it a little bit. But he is taken down as AMC jumps in there. And now there is so much pressure on this point that I'm pretty sure, there you go. There's a capture. It's tied up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and they're actually calling half again, because their settings are a little bit odd. So the next point is going to win it. And by the way, they're asking who they changed on their roster, but actually the only change that happened was AMC subbing in, and look at these points right now. AMC not leading at all. He's been making some good plays, but it is actually the scouts, Kami and Link User, who have just turned it on. Look at that dialogue. This is the kind of thing I have to deal with during halftime. Okay. Halftime is now officially over. It's not even halftime, it's really the second halftime, because their settings are not quite the same as ESCA's, but that's understandable. Anyway, immediately we do have a couple players coming up right now. Both the red soldiers jumping once again from the Wild Party, who, by the way, are in red. They have swapped it once more. And now, some good spam coming down on the blue team, who have not been able to get a foothold upstairs. They do finally have a soldier up there, but they're taking a lot of spam. Their medic is taking a couple of hits as well, but he will get away from now. Kurdelicious still in, but he eats a rocket, so he's now toast. Tasty, tasty, if a little bit burnt, but definitely toast. So, soldier jumping in. No air shots for OTL today, just going to wait until he lands. Which, so far, not too terrible. But,
the control point is being contested.
looks like we do a little bit of a problem for our blue team right now, as the Wild Party are pushing in and already capturing that second point. They've gotten a couple kills on him, but that may not be enough. Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze. My apologies. Split the video there. Yes, that was a sneeze. I know. Anyway, CUNY with 100% crits right now, but he's gonna have to back away from this 6% health. Or, sorry, 6 health. That's actually a little bit less than 6% health. My bad for all of you wonderful soldiers out there.
The control point is being captured.
But the Wild Party just lost a bunch of players and a couple of good kills there. Not exactly sure what is going on to our red team, but they may just very well lose this right here, as there is a huge,
The control point is being
advantage.
contested.
I'm not sure why the blue team decided to not cap second.
Time has been added.
But there they go. The combo actually caps it with no help from the scouts whatsoever. Thanks a lot, useless scouts. But yeah, they are going to push out here now to start trying to capture the middle point. They should be able to do just that quite easily. They may get the Uber forced here, but Skipper so far seems to be perfectly in the clear. And I take a bit of spam, but actually still, that is some pretty good medic work. The rest of his players between him and danger, but now, they get out of there, as he did lose Wacko, who's kind of playing pocket at the moment, so I don't know if OTL's missing pocket, but right now that was Wacko's job. So there you go, the colored pylons losing more players once again. Even though the medic is doing his very best to hold on to them, he's not popping the Uber. And as a result, they are now losing that second point once again. So TCP standing back on their last situation to be in. They will probably, yeah, there you go, taking an AMC who jumped in a little bit prematurely. And there is no Uber whatsoever for CUNY. So what's the color Pylons? Pretty much, I mean, they've got, if they can get maybe one more pick right now, they'll have an opportunity. Otherwise, they're just going to have to sit back and wait. And that's not a position you really want to be in, sitting back and waiting on last, because it lets your opponents build up, get that Uber just fine, no pressure at all. Not a good situation for you. Great for your opponents. Wonderful for your opponents. The Wild Party, I think, would be pretty wildly happy about that. Let Scout go. I mean, I'm really looking underneath, but that's okay. I think he did not actually go underneath. Anyway, at this point, like, if they're going to stand back and sit on last, they absolutely need to have gone Engineer, Heavy, Pyro, something other than the standard classes, because Scouts are not all that useful for last 4 defense. They're okay, but, I mean, if you're going to sit back and defend last, change classes. It is a perfect opportunity to have one of your teams go for a heavy. And what are they doing? Not entirely sure why they popped that grid so early, but that's going to be dead, walking over Stiggies. And now the counter Uber finally coming in from our blue team. They're going to have to take down this Scout over here in case he goes back before the point. But they need to push out quickly. They've got a 3-player advantage right now, and they could cap the second point. They've just killed Dreadnought recently. Not right now. I know. So where are they going? Get it to the second point, guys. There they go. Right now. Gotta watch out. Oh no, for the back cap. Pretty close, but there you go. The game is still going on. And my allergies are still getting worse. Not cool allergies. AMC gets taken out once again, a little bit overextending there, and Kurt now sneaking up behind another member of the Wild Party to help finish him off. Filer is down, and that's both the soldiers for our red team, which just means that a little bit more pressure applied to the medic could be really useful right now. And there they go. They do manage to take him down with Nipple Cannon. Dreadnought's going to try and hold on to the choke for a little bit longer, but it's going to be too late. He needs to just hole up inside this choke point or something, because it's starting to look a little bit nasty for him. He does manage to hold the choke for a little bit longer somehow. And his team might be able to get up and secure that little point. I don't know, maybe. But Skipper's got 100% Uber. They need to push this, and they probably need to push this right now. Like, when you've got an advantage like that, and your opponents lose their medic or something, just get out there and you go. And that is usually it's going to be enough to win you a game, unless your opponents are really good at scattering away from you or just not dying. But I would say neither of these teams is super awesome at that. So the aggression really would pay off a lot better. Right now, they're actually letting CUNY get dangerously close to being in safe Uber territory. And that's not going to be good for them, because they just lost back. So, yeah, they had a gigantic Uber advantage. They could have taken middle point with that, possibly even pushed further on, and now they are set up for a stalemate. Gotta push those advantages, guys. Just gotta do it. Crit screen coming in actually for CUNY, so they may still have an advantage. But we will have to wait and see. Anyway, I mean, if they can catch them off guard with the crits, that would be useful, but I don't think that's what they're going to do right now. They're pretty much just going to hang out, wait for, like, you know, the entire team to suddenly die of... People die out of suddenly. It's not dysentery, it's going to slow down. Oh, they're going for the... They actually got a couple of good kills there. Nipple Cannon and OTL both down. Medic is kind of by himself right now. But there you go, Dreadnought killed himself. So it's kind of a reprieve. Skipper will get away. CUNY is actually down. Link user though, oh, going for the kill, could not hit the meat shots. So anyway, second is going to get captured once again by the Wild Party, but are they going to be in position to capture it last? Probably not. They're going to have to set up another attack. And finally, we do see an off-class. Bad idea there out of Kurdelicious. Although, with 2 picks at this point, you know, you kind of just want to push forward if you can. The lack of scouts, of course, does not help you push forward. So, Kurt, maybe the wrong time to off-class, actually, because they had 2 picks, they had an Uber advantage. They probably should have stuck with scouts and tried to make a push to recapture the second point. Sorry, I don't know, just like a jerk. That heavy will be helpful if and when the Wild Party pushes in, because there is no better bouncer than a guy like a heavy. That feels like a bouncer. You could be outside a club in New York right now. People would just be like, oh, what's up with your robotic arm? You'd just be like, get up. not on the list. Or if he was heavy, I guess it would be more like, you are not on the list. Something like that. Maybe? I don't know. No off-classing for the wild party. I actually could get away with doing that, but yep. I was going to say I'm willing to bet Cuny has a crit screeg. And guess what? He's got a crit screeg, so this is pretty cool. They are going to jump right in with that once again. Going for the kill. I can't wait for the medic. Skipper held onto that Uber a little longer than I am comfortable with, but there is a capture attempt going on right now. Only one player down for our blue team so far. That Uber has been flashed very effectively. And I gotta say, crits is just not working anymore for the wild party. It really isn't, but they might actually get away with it anyway. Never mind. That is going to be going down. Cuny going down as well. It is just Defiler left, and where is he right now? He's still beneath the point, actually. There's a heavy. Well, good. Defiler can hear me. Apparently he realized there was a heavy and got away. There will now be a recapture in 1 second from this again. Nipple Cannon potentially getting that capture, but he's got to be careful. The rest of the wild party team has respawned, and they've gotten that really nice forward spawn. It's getting nice and close. I think they did lose an AMC, but Skipper and Nipple Cannon are both down, and Kami could push in right now with the rest of his team. It's only 3 against 4. There is still a heavy on the last point, but he is dangerously hurt. And realized, oh wait, I can't actually heal myself with the same machine. Oh no, he's not in a good position right now. 82 health, he can actually get taken down really fast. He needs to run back in here. The Gru is actually allowed. Gru and Sandwich both allowed in the UGC 66. A little bit strange, but not usually seen in the SCA because they are, of course, man. Anyway, this attack could have gone a little bit better. It still can. So yeah, only 2 players left alive for the colored pylons right now. They are still getting some great kills. OTL single-handedly almost holding on to this point here, but he's gonna eat another rocket. One more rocket won't mean he dies. Oh, takes down the soldier. And there you go. The heavy respawns just in time, as does Lucky Shot the scout. So they might try to push this out once again. And that is not going to be very good for my allergies, let me tell you, but it will be good for the entertainment value of this game, which has just been skyrocketing off the charts. Call my producer. The ratings are going to be phenomenal. I deserve a pay raise, all that kind of wonderful stuff. Just kidding, I don't hardly get like this at all. But, no, it's pretty cool. I mean, the machinima thing's cool. So anyway, enough about that. The wonderful guys over at Machinima did agree to give me some advertising money finally for the video, which is pretty darn cool. Gotta say, that's why you keep seeing all these advertisements on them now. It's nice. But once again, the grid screen, which, if they can build this fast, will have a slight advantage, but they haven't really been pushing those advantages anyway, so... I don't know if it's going to work out too well.
Come on, man!
Really, they should just go to regular game at this point, because that would actually catch their opponents by surprise. They'd just be like, oh, wait a minute! They're invincible. We didn't expect this. And what can you do, right? So anyway, they do have the Uber ready to go. They are pushing. They were going to get in position to maybe get one quick sticky before their opponents had an Uber, and instead that is not going to happen. Too bad. Just kind of dancing back and forth, not actually firing. My recommendation is that if you are going to dance back and forth around your opponents like that, you probably need to take a shot or two, and not of alcohol. Although you can do that too. And there you go, kaboom indeed, that is going to be OTL taking on a bunch of players who were just way out of position. When you see your opponents pop an Uber right in your face like that, my recommendation is not to stand there. So, you know, there's that. Like, if your opponent's popping an Uber, you pretty much just need to leave. Go back in, the sound is there. That's what you do. He actually took a bunch of damage there. He's having to retreat. No Uber advantage for him at all. So we're probably wild card here. Kill the scout. Oh, not going to get that. So yeah, the aggression now by blue team actually could get out. They could cap second if they are careful about it. So far, it looks like they are actually being careful. The scouts may not be really pressuring too much. Wild party right now. Wacko needs to go back and grab some health, but it is right there for him. Health. Not too shabby to have. And Lucky Shot. He's still going to start capping. There you go. Colored Pounds may have what it takes to start turning this momentum around. Gotta be a little careful about what happens to their medic. And oh man, Defiler I think just got 2 kills with 1 rocket. He did actually. Finally died. But that is going to be a nice little set of kills there. The wild party is going to stay in this game. Here comes a nice little crits. If you take down Nipple Cannon with it. And OTL is gone as well, so it's starting to get a little bit back here. There will, of course, be a capture in the second. Or no, not even, because it's already captured for the red team. I was going to say the red team's going to capture it, but hey, too late. They've already got it. So they can push it last. There is a heavy once again. Not a bad choice by Kurt. At this point, they need that HP. They need damage. But he just ate a couple of really nasty explosions down there. Beats a medic. Dreadnought just died down below. Oops. Placing over the pot pretty much. So at this point, it's all kind of reset. Once again, the Wild Party has another shot to push in and make it happen. And they've got the crits. So as soon as we see Dreadnought come back up, I'm sure crits very, very shortly. Defiler just laying down some spam. He's mostly actually hitting this little platform here where nobody was actually standing. So we may want to aim that spam a little higher. Start harassing the medic a little bit. Here comes a crits rockets, actually. He got taken down right away by Nipple Kid. Pipe cannon. But there's nobody left on the point really to stop this except for a heavy and a demo. Never mind, there are a lot of people who stop this. And so we'll stop it. No big deal. It's just kind of their job. Tommy, he's doing his best to dodge, but you really can't dodge a combination of a demo and a heavy for very long, even if you are a fancy little scout. So, the colored pylons.
Alert! The control point is being
about to say something else because I forgot the team name, but don't worry about it. The pylons should be able to get out here. Cap second once again. Just need to watch out for this back cap attempt by the spot, which the back stab attempt. And he gets cruised. He uses the Dead Ringer, which I don't know if that's allowed in ESEA. It might be. But he's going to use that to get around behind. He won't be able to get the capture here, because the colored pylons, once again, cap that second point. By the way, this has gone on, I think, forever now. Maybe not, but it's because of the way they interpreted the rules and ran this game, it's actually longer than ESEA should be. Basically, with ESEA, the second half, even if you have 0 points,
the control
you can
point
go
is
all the way
being
to 5
contested
without it, like, calling halftime. And that means that if you are down 0 to 5, you only have 30 minutes to get those 5, or 0 to 4, I mean. You only have 30 minutes to get those 5 points. I think our red teams had a lot longer than 30 minutes. So this would basically be considered overtime, which I guess essentially is anyway. But I don't know if they do 30 minutes of overtime. It has been 15 already. Because these guys, I mean, it's just the pushes are not working out. Once again, we have Wacko sitting over here playing Rumble Silver Gold and pushes, so it's very much a wonderful fair that blind man's kazoo situation. Well, with Dreadnought getting taken out by a nice little shotgun shell, actually, Cutie is nowhere near Hoover, so this should not be a stalemate. If it is,
the control point is being captured.
Because they are not pushing when they should. Nonetheless, Cutie actually is running a regular minigun now, so he's finally swapped it up. Interesting, but running in here when the opponents are actually, get out, run, throw away, run!
Time has been added.
Dreadnought did just respawn. Defiler actually trying to recap this
point is being
one, but it might be
contested.
too late as the colored pylons. Well, they're taking one of these here, so interesting. They did cap the point, but have to drop right away from it because they just could not secure the location with the kills. You gotta get those kills.
Time has been added.
I mean, it is eventually, but if you can't get the kills, then you can't get the kills. So that's pretty much the situation we find ourselves in. The colored pylons wasted Uber, get a lot of kills, they kept it but that was probably one focus in that. Wacko jumps in though, gets eaten by Dreadnought. The Wild Party is about to get underway here as they push in through the side. Cutie eats it! Managed to get off of the thing. Missed that, and we just lost a soldier. So, I do think the colored pylons should have a good shot getting out there and getting the middle point, possibly for the second time this round. Dreadnought was trying to pull some drop-down shenanigans there. Ended up eating a rocket from the side.
The control point is being captured.
Just a little bit being out of position and causing any problems. And so, Tommy gets taken down. Medic is in some trouble here. He might actually manage to surf that to get away. But really, he should not be away from this. It looks like... What did he do? OTL. May not have realized he had a shotgun out, but he definitely tried a shotgun jump there. I say he may not have realized it because he probably has his view models turned off. But yeah, there you go. Our blue team has finally realized what they need to do to hold this point, I think. But no, they are actually all going to push pretty soon here. Not a terrible idea to try and get in behind your opponent's medic a little bit. But what the red team can do is just push right back around and try to capture it. If they can keep the sticks on the second point, then they might actually really get away with it.
Our control point is being captured.
No, yeah, they are doing exactly that. They're trying to rotate.
The control point is being contested.
And jump away, and the soldiers come straight in at him. He does land a couple of needles there. I think that might be on AMC, but AMC grabs a health kit. And now Skipper is in some trouble. He does do the typical medic thing of when the soldier jumps at you.
Our control point is being captured.
Sometimes that actually helps because the soldier has to flick his mouse all the way around in order to get freeze behind him just to hit you. But it's not going to fool the best of soldiers. Nonetheless, AMC did not manage to track him well enough to get the kill. So for some reason, almost capping his movements again. It's just having some difficulty recovering over the shot points. And there goes the Uber from Uni. They forced it out of Skipper yet. There they go. At this point, anybody who's not taking the Uber kind of needs to get away, because that way you don't waste it. Anyway, Defiler going for a kill, can't quite finish it off, and Kurt with the shot on the side makes him wish he had never been born. The colored pylons, meanwhile, have still just barely held on the point, but not for long. Wacko is building it right now against the Link user. He's very, very close to capping, and Wacko has decided to leave, going back to the Warner Brothers Tower with Wacko and Dot. And that's going to mean that the Wild Party is once again moved over to the middle point. The wildest of all parties.
The control point is being
ever.
captured.
In fact, we just might go to double overtime. I hope they don't have a double overtime because Kurt dies there, and the colored pylons are trying to still push in. I mean, the choke's not really being covered all that well, so they could get away with it. But no, there you go. Lucky Shot eats a rocket. Wild Party just needs to put on the pressure here because they've got a two-man advantage. They can just walk right through either the choke or the flank and start to really attack. But and they were a little bit too hesitant to use the choke, so now it's too late. Their opponents have other players alive, and we're settling in for a nice long kazoo here. Just get used to it. There is an Uber advantage for Uni, so knows that he should push his team forward as quickly as possible so he has it. He may do just that user, and that means, of course, he's not going to be in position to push. OTL's down, so is AMC and Kami, and that's an issue you don't blue team should They do lose a scout doing it, however, and that could be all the difference. Both teams do now have an Uber nipple cannon trying to spam through the choke point over here. And is it going to be enough? They've lost 3 players. Lucky Shot down the flank as well. And there goes the Uber trying to chase down Skipper. Manages to catch up. And Nipple's going to start laying down some hurt here if he can. We might actually get Uber sawed. Oh no,
The control point is being contested.
The medic. So at this point, the Wild Party should have an Uber advantage, and they don't want to push him with that as quickly as possible. They might even push with the player advantage, but they've got to watch out for Kurt once again on that heavy. Take down all of that HP. So they might not. I don't know. OTL though doing some good damage there. You gotta watch those stickies. That could have done some significant damage to him. But so far, the Wild Party building that Uber up and doing some process. Oh my gosh, my nose is like super clogged. I'm sure you can tell. What is that? Okay. So we just kind of have to wait for them to build the Uber, and they are not hurting themselves for it, which means it's going to build slower. But their opponents aren't doing it either, so theirs is going to get slower. Let's just use that, I guess. But again, it's down right now, so they should push him. It's very quick. Wacko down as well. OTL down. Oh, this is not looking good for our blue team at the moment. They do still have the heavy alive. But there you go. There's the Uber charge. Finish this game with the red team, the Wild Party, finally winning it. Closer to that, ladies and gentlemen. Good game from UGC 6v6. I do highly recommend that you check out UGC as a starter competitive league, and do subscribe to this channel at youtube.com/.